This is a public service.
Out here today at the Social Security Administration we're in DeLand. Step away from this leaf blower so I can talk before I go inside. I watched an audit, might have actually been this morning, by Auditing While Black. He's out of Miami, and his treatment was just raw. It was terrible. And you know, he's a pretty composed dude, so I certainly appreciate the composure. And so I wanted to come out and see what they were like locally. Here today at the Social Security Administration in DeLand, Florida, and we're going to see if they respect our rights to video record in public. So they've got it in here. Photography, videography prohibited. Although I don't really see a security staff to speak of.
There's the requirement.
I've got a medical exemption.
Can I see it, please?
Pardon? Are you equipped to cover your HIPAA?
Alright, I will get to management and then let them know.
Okay.
You have to grab your camera, sir, and you have to exit out the lobby. You can video cam forward outside the doors, but not indoors.
Let's not cause a scene. You don't know the rules.
We have the signs posted. The management says that you have to leave. If not, we'll call law enforcement and have you escorted out.
Call FPS. Let's not cause a scene. What I'm doing is lawful.
I will call FPS and I will call law enforcement as well.
What I'm doing is lawful.
No, it's not.
Well, I'd appreciate you quoting the law then.
I'll go with you.
Just want to change an address.
Yeah, they want blood for it.
Yeah.
Am I in your way?
No. I was just looking to see if they had change of
Something simple.
Something simple. I tried to do it online, and for some reason,
I'm sorry you gotta come in and deal with this.
yeah, didn't like what I was trying to put in. Lord.
Did you get some clarity on that?
Waiting for them to come.
You're waiting for them?
Yes, because management says,
Yeah, okay. What's your name?
you can see my name.
Just be professional and tell me your name. What is your name? I can't
My
read
name?
all that shit.
My name is right here.
Your name's right here.
Yes.
Great look. Great
You're
look
not
right here.
cooperating with
I'm not
the rules
cooperating.
here.
What I'm doing
You
is
can see
following
my
the.
name.
I'm
Yes, you see
following
my
the
name.
rules of
I
this
see
building.
y'all on YouTube all the time.
Let's
That's
get the
fine.
manager out here.
The manager's busy. He is in a meeting. Why do you think he hasn't came out here?
I'm not sure, Karen. So FPS is coming, Karen? That's a question. Is FPS
I
coming,
hear you.
Karen?
I hear you.
It's a question. Are you going to answer it?
No, I'm not.
So if they're coming, I'm going to stay.
DeLand PD will be on their way to see you.
Who? You called somebody that doesn't even have jurisdiction here? That was smart.
This is DeLand.
This is federal property.
Yes, I understand that.
You don't understand a lot.
Nice to meet you.
I'd say the same, but you didn't introduce yourself.
It's clearly on the shirt.
Hopefully DeLand is educating the security on what's lawful and what isn't in a public building. Got, I think, 3 officers in the little vestibule here talking with Karen. I think they can just put up random signs and then it's supposed to hold some weight, so hopefully they're just educating her. What's going on, fellas?
How you doing, sir?
Was anybody going to come in and talk to me?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
If you want to come outside and talk.
I'm good right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming you guys are just here to uphold my rights, right?
No, the only problem was, I guess, they're saying is they just don't want you videotaping in here. Obviously, it's up to them and here with the business or whatever they have going on.
Well, this is public property.
Okay, I got
So
you.
it's not up to the business per se. There's time, manner, and place restrictions.
I know.
I'm
I got you.
I'm within all of that.
I got you. And it's not us, it's them. If they don't want you videotaping in here, because obviously they have stuff
I get that,
posted.
but this is federal property, right?
I'm
So
listening to you.
they just don't get to make up rules. Law is what matters on federal property.
I know.
I hope
we're
you get-
figuring out everything.
Okay,
see what's
well, I
going on.
appreciate that.
We're not just coming in here
I
trying to say
appreciate.
what we say.
I appreciate
and
that.
100%
Man.
about things.
I'm sorry, I don't want to butcher your name. What's your name?
Officer Mohammed.
Marehead.
Yes, sir.
Officer Kelly.
What's your identification number?
My badge number.
Whatever you
So
guys.
it'll be DL878. That's my badge number.
DLA 78
878.
878.
Yes.
DL898.
Now who's in charge?
Who's in charge? I mean, we're all here, but we got obviously
Is there a
supervisors
supervisor
out
here?
there. Yes.
Who's the supervisor?
Well, all of them are supervisors. So.
All right. What's going on, guys?
Hello. Hey.
Hey, it's going pretty good. I'm, you know, I had a conversation with the lady inside. She takes exception with me filming in a federal building. I'm not breaking the law, so you know, I'm assuming you guys are here just to uphold my rights, right?
Yeah, we're here. They were concerned about you recording
Yeah.
for whatever reason. You know, there's a lot of personal information and stuff like
Sure.
that being.
It's a Social
exchanged.
Security Administration, sure.
Right. So you're correct. You're not violating any laws, obviously, by recording. They're just checking with their bosses and stuff for, I guess, how they want to handle it. But
Do you guys find it troubling that a place like this is calling law enforcement to violate my civil rights? Do you see a problem with that?
We don't have an opinion on that kind of stuff, sir. We just get calls.
You don't have a problem on upholding civil rights?
We get calls all the time. That we
Did
have
you
to
take an
respond
oath?
to. We get calls all the time that we have to respond to. Some of the stuff we can handle. some of
Who's
it-
the highest ranking?
I am.
You are? So
I am.
can you answer the question, or do you have to dance
Sir,
around
and
it?
as I'm saying, I'm not going to give you an opinion-based answer.
How about a fact-based answer? Did you take an oath to the Constitution?
And as I stated to you, we get calls that we have to respond to.
Is that an opinion,
Some
or
are
is that a
civil,
fact-based
some are
question?
Criminal, and I'm not doing this game with you.
I'm doing a game? I'm sticking up for my civil rights, and you think it's a game?
I don't think it's a game.
This is a
Now
terrible look for you,
now you're
Lieutenant.
now you're putting words in my mouth.
No. I'm putting the words. This is a terrible look. I'm telling you what it is. It's not. I'm not putting words in your mouth.
by all means, you're entitled to your opinion.
You're right, I am.
And again, I'm not going to give you my opinion on what you're asking.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. If you guys are going to address me, I'd like to speak with your supervisor if you're going to come give me directives.
Not available.
Well, whatever.
I'm here if you like.
Yeah, but you're not here. I asked you a simple question.
And I'm not going to give you my opinion.
So your opinion.
That's all there is.
Look at the lead you're setting for your officers. I asked you a question.
Sir.
Did you take an oath to the Constitution?
Yeah.
And that's an opinion? You're about to opinionate?
Are you gonna listen to what I'm
Yeah.
telling you?
Give me some
So,
facts.
Here's what I'm telling you. Okay. You asked for my opinion to what do we think.
No, I asked you if you took an oath to the Constitution. That's my only question right now. Did you take an oath to uphold, support, and defend the
I'm not gonna
Constitution?
sit here and debate this or argue.
What are we debating?
What can I assist you with? Or what can we try to assist
Okay,
you with?
all right.
We explained to you why we
So
were here.
are yes or no
Okay.
fact-based questions okay?
And well, that depends.
Okay, did you take an oath to uphold and defend the United States Constitution?
I'm not going to get into this with you.
Okay,
That's
cool.
got nothing to do
Cool.
with why we're here.
Cool.
Okay? It
Cool,
should be-
man.
it
It's
should
a
be-
terrible look.
Okay,
It's a
that's
terrible
fine.
look.
That's fine.
And these are your guys. These guys are in your charge,
Sure.
and you're telling them the Constitution doesn't mean shit.
That's not what I'm
Standing up for the people doesn't mean a goddamn thing to DeLand. Is this what we are, DeLand PD? Is that what we got out here?
Absolutely, but that's
Yeah.
not what I'm telling. That's what you're.
Yep, that's what I'm opinionating about.
That's fine.
Yep,
You're
I've got a
good.
real big opinion about it too.
Apparently.
Apparently, yeah, because I'm confronted with this. Simple question: did you come here to uphold my constitutional rights? Oh no, we got to get the rules. Did they make rules? Am I subject to the rules in this building or the law? Is this a public building? That's a question. Is this a public building? Now you're not going to answer. Okay. You see the disconnect between the people and the police?
Sir, I'm not going down this path.
Okay, okay. Do you see the disconnect between the people and the police?
Again, you're asking for an opinion now. I'm not going to answer that.
That's an opinion?
That is.
Okay.
That is.
I feel sorry for you guys.
Well, that's fine.
I do.
Again, you're entitled to your.
I am. I'm entitled to my opinion.
Okay. So.
All right, we all set?
They actually don't want you to go back in there.
Right.
You're not able to come back in unless you're here for Social Security business.
I am here for Social Security business.
You didn't even sign in. You can put your camera away and then come back in.
All right, here, since nobody cares, since nobody gives a shit, is that more opinion? These are the fucking rules for this
You
building.
don't need to curb.
I can though, right? Or is freedom of speech not cool out here too?
What I said. I just said you don't need.
Okay,
to.
would you like to read the rules?
Some people may find that offensive.
I don't give a shit.
Sam, you want to take a quick gander, gentlemen provided?
You guys, this is terrible.
Again, you're entitled to your opinion.
You're right, I am entitled to my opinion. Operational readiness memo, just Google it. It's the fucking rules in here. But you don't know and you don't care. You don't care. You don't care about the people's rights. The people's rights. And you want to be rude and not identify yourself. And you think that's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. You work for the people. You work for the people. This is disgusting. It's pretty clear cut there, gentlemen. Mareeb, Kelly, I hope you guys are free thinkers, man. You got a long career. Don't get caught up with guys like this that don't care about civil rights, especially you, Kelly. Don't get caught up with guys like this that don't give a shit about civil rights. A lot of blood's been spilt for our civil rights,
Absolutely,
sir.
You're 100% correct. And nobody,
I don't need you to tell me I'm correct.
Well, I'm just concurring with you. That's all I'm
Great,
doing.
great. Yeah, but you didn't want to educate yourself on the law.
Sir, again, I'm not going to debate this with you.
Am I debating anything? Did I even ask a question? No, I didn't. You guys don't understand freedom of press rights? Is that lost on you? That's a question. Or is that, am I opinionating again? Are you aware of freedom of press rights? Are you aware that we all have them? Are you aware that we all have them, officer? And you wonder why there's a disconnect between the people and the police. It's fucked up, man. What's your identification number?
I'll give you a card if you like that.
I'd love a card, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, you got an email on there?
It sure does.
Are you responsive to emails?
What's that?
Are you responsive to emails?
I respond to emails, yes.
Great.
Make sure everything's on there. There you go, sir.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome. If you like, I can put the event number down on this. So
I would
you
love
can
that.
have something
Yeah,
to
I'd really
reference.
appreciate it. Everybody's body cams on?
Absolutely. Per our
Appreciate
policy.
that.
No problem.
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds. Let me go back to my car. and
Appreciate
I'll look
that.
at the
Listen, man,
form.
I'm not trying to be
Can I
rude.
write it on there for you?
You can, yeah.
Thank you.
I'm not
Give me
trying to
2
be,
seconds. I appreciate it. Go ahead. You're not trying to be rude?
I'm not trying to be rude, but we're talking about constitutional rights here. I take that shit seriously. You guys should too. I wish you would. I wish you would take constitutional rights serious.
Perfect. Well, like I said, we got a call. We're looking into it.
Okay, okay, but you weren't looking into it until I gave you the information. They told you I wasn't allowed in there, and you guys were ready to say, okay, you're not allowed in. But that's not the law, guy.
Just a couple more minutes, and we'll try to work through something. But again, we're trying.
Can you understand? Can you appreciate my position?
I can, but can you appreciate our position as well?
Yeah, of course.
Give me 2 seconds. Let me get this number.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Thank you. You've already gone past the pertinent information, and the thing is I'm allowed to film in there. It specifically says it.
Because there's a part in here where it says something about
Dude, you for real?
what's up? Yeah, I'm for real. I'm
Okay.
thorough, right?
Okay, well, I appreciate you being thorough. Okay.
Don't expect me to try to get as much information from the packet as I can, because if it's something I'm unfamiliar with, I want to familiarize myself with.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
Sounds about right, right?
Yep.
Find what I was concerned about. I miss it.
Do you guys have jurisdiction here?
Yes.
You do? On federal property?
Well, it's within our city jurisdiction.
But you realize this is federal property, right?
Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah, so do you have jurisdiction on federal property? Or should FPS be handling this?
Have to get back to you on that.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Because you don't have jurisdiction here. FPS does.
There it is.
Same card. That's the call number. It's not a case number.
Okay.
You want me to explain the difference? Or
You don't need to.
No,
No, I
Okay,
got it.
perfect.
I appreciate
yes,
it.
sir. No problem.
My concern is the except where security regulations, rules, orders, or directives apply.
Yeah.
See what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because
So,
the security directives are saying no videotaping within inside. So just help me understand where you're coming from. You know what
okay,
I'm saying?
I'm just coming from the fact that that thing is clearly stating that I'm allowed to film this building. I'm in the corner, silent.
Right.
I'm not making.
It's
I'm not causing a disturbance. I'm not doing anything.
Right.
They can't just make up rules because I come in here with a video camera. I have
Well, I
freedom
know.
of press rights.
You're right. You're right. You do, and it clearly states in here the exterior of federal buildings is no issue.
Yeah. What about the interior where it says?
That's
it?
where I'm getting to, where it says this regulation, except where security
Okay,
regulations.
let's just focus
rules,
on.
order-
Let's just focus on the law. Okay.
Right. The law that includes the regulation and application of it.
Yeah. So where in there are you? I guess I'm missing it. It clearly states that I'm allowed to film in the building.
Except where security regulations, rules, orders.
Yeah. Okay. Can you understand that those things can't be discriminatory? They have to be clearly stated.
I think they are pretty clearly stated on the wall where it says you're not allowed to videotape in there.
Okay, but that's a public building, right? There, So
Right.
where's the CFR under that?
Right. Well, it's. What,
Under that,
what do you mean CFR?
where's the code that says that's illegal?
Well,
Because if it's not illegal, I'm allowed to do it.
right, but in this paperwork that you just handed me,
Yeah.
it says that it's legal to tape or record inside
Yeah.
of these places,
Yep.
except where the security regulations, whatever you want to call it, of the location prohibit it.
Okay. Listen, you had your chance.
You see what I'm saying? You see
Yeah,
where
I'm
that sounds
following
weird
you.
to me?
Yeah, I do. I understand what you're saying
Okay.
completely, but what she's saying, just because she says something doesn't make it so.
No, I don't care what she says.
Okay.
She's not a law enforcement. I mean,
She's security.
She's security. I don't care
Why?
what she is.
I guess why are you guys trying to throw up obstacles? I'm in the corner, silent.
Right. I know, and it's not. The problem is, I guess, their bosses. You know how that is. Their bosses are calling.
Their
and they're being
bosses should
concerned.
understand their own rules.
Right. Right. And you're correct. And I'm trying to understand these rules that you handed to me.
Are you guys familiar with Poster 7?
Okay, let's go back to this real quick before we move on.
All right.
Because I
understand what you're saying. You don't need to re-explain.
Right. Okay,
it.
but so you see where my concern is.
Yeah, I do see.
It's clearly posted. They don't want you to record in there, and it says in this law that you handed me, except where it's prohibited by local. What does it exactly say? Blah 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 blah. It states except where security regulations, rules, orders, or directives apply.
Okay. Now the only people that are going to make, I understand she's security for the building, but real security for this building is FPS.
Okay.
Okay. FPS is who actually has jurisdiction on this property. You guys don't. That's all. We don't need to argue about that right now. But if you think that there is some contradiction in what I'm saying, FPS is the people that you need to ask, not her. She's not the security personnel. FPS is the security for this building. You understand what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe just call FPS and say, are the people allowed to film in public buildings? And it'll be pretty clear. They'll say, yes, she should have called FPS to begin with. I don't know why she called you guys. Because I know you're going to say, well, this isn't DeLand, but this is not. This is federal property. Whether it's leased or not, it's federal property. You guys should know that. I appreciate you being cordial, Corporal.
Yeah, I got nothing against you, and I'm all about it. People have, I'm a constitutionalist, right? Like I agree that people should have their rights. You know, First Amendment, Second Amendment,
all of them.
Right? I agree. We also have a job to do. That.
I understand. I understand.
People call us to deal with things that they don't know how to deal with themselves, and then even.
But you know, I asked to talk to the manager. I mean, maybe the manager could have come out and just squashed the whole thing, but they didn't want to come out. They want to have their minions handle things.
Right. You're
you know
exactly
what I mean?
correct. You're exact, and it puts a bad taste in your mouth where you're thinking that what is your time not worth their time? Is that how you're feeling? Like you're
well, it's my time.
Right.
Yeah, it's my time.
And then you're feeling as if it's not worth their time to come out and explain how.
Well, I'm just saying, like she's trying to make. I mean, she's holding the door closed, preventing me from going in.
Right.
She should have called FPS. Why is DeLand here?
Right. No, and I could see your point there. Okay. So. But that's why we're here.
All right, that's cool. Let's cut through all of it.
Okay.
What are you guys going to prevent me from going into the building?
Can't. I mean,
because I understand your position. You understand my position. I think I'm right. You might think you're right. This is a decision for FPS, not her. She called the wrong place. I'm going back in the building.
Yeah, I already checked on the other side. You found your destination, but it was not there.
Yep, it's on this side of the road.
Yeah.
She's acting on their behalf. She says she's contacted them just there. She wants to put them together.
we're working through it, man. So we can.
I got you, man. I got you.
All right.
You're. I gotta go now, though. Is the problem, and you know, I got a point to make around here.
Right. No, I understand. And my intention, okay, is to do everything legally here and to not violate anybody's rights.
I appreciate
okay?
that,
and I don't
Corporal.
want to do that, okay? So what we're trying.
Do you
to
have a card also?
Uh,
I'd appreciate it. You're a lot nicer than Whittier over there.
I think he's a pretty nice guy. But
You know what? Different
So-
strokes, man.
so
different
we were
environment.
We were working a buttload of burglaries this morning. I handed out like all my business
Nah,
cards, but I
fair
can
enough.
write down my information for you, email, stuff like that. If you have a piece of paper, I can write it down.
Maybe an email would be
Yeah.
great. I'd appreciate that. Are you responsive to emails?
I am, yeah. Well, it's actually required that we respond to them. So.
Okay. That's interesting. I've got some emails out to DeLand that are unanswered. Whittier, can you appreciate my position?
Sure, I absolutely can.
Okay. Pardon me, miss. Thank you.
But that's what I asked you before. Can you appreciate ours as well?
And I said yes, right?
We're kind of stuck in the rough and hard place.
Well, I mean, you're not. She put you there. You know what I mean?
But like I was telling you, we don't pick the calls. We
Yeah, I get that. But I mean, you guys got 5 officers out here for no crime.
In all fairness, he's got a trainee with him, so
Okay.
2 of them have to go.
Okay,
We
but I
can't
mean,
send one,
this is a lot of resources for no crime.
I understand.
I mean, I read an article about DeLand being, you know, not having funds, about being short-staffed. I mean, this seems like pretty ridiculous. And I'm not saying it's on you. I'm just saying, like, geez, this is some response for a guy with a camera.
Absolutely. Absolutely agree. But just so you're aware, they're asking her to get a hold of whatever.
Yeah, they just need to call FPS.
Well, she's saying she did, just so you're aware. She's saying she did, and they told her, I guess, to call us because they couldn't get here.
I don't buy that, man. I've had interactions with FPS. They know the rules.
I'm just telling you what we were told. So
fair enough.
Again, what I asked the officers to do is, hey, go in there, see if she can get a, hey, give us a number from FPS, or B, call them, and you guys can talk to them on her phone and figure out, hey, here's the deal. What's going on? Because I said this gentleman's got all kind of.
I mean, it's from FPS basically. You know?
Like I said, I got you. Unfortunately, we're stuck again between a rock and a hard place.
Right, but I mean, you know that when it comes down to it, well, one, jurisdiction's an issue here, and if you actually prevent me from going in there, you guys are violating my rights, right? And it shouldn't be on you.
Nobody said you couldn't go in there.
Oh,
but they're saying.
I understand.
And again, I know she's stuck enforcing the rules that they are saying, hey, you have to enforce these rules. Okay?
Yeah.
They have posting in there.
Well, the manager should know better.
But again, that's something that's.
Well, that's like me, you know, me asking you guys, do you know the First Amendment? You should know it. The rules in there, she should know the rules. She should know them, man.
I hear you. I hear you.
Did you spray paint your shoes?
No. Nope. Did not spray paint the shoes. Why?
They look like two different colors.
They look like two different colors, probably because
on the toes.
All the coats of wax and everything else have been put on polish, wax, and cleaner.
All right. How many miles you figure you guys walk a day?
Depends. Depends on calls for service. Some of us want to do a little more walking than others.
Yeah.
Some don't. So it just depends. Truly. I mean, average day, maybe a mile, maybe.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not.
I hit my 10,000 steps every day. I try to at least.
Oh, good for you. That's about 3 miles, right? You figure?
I don't think it's that. I mean, that's what they say. Health experts say. If you're not making 10,000 steps a day, you live a sedentary lifestyle, which I try not to do. So, but yeah, man, that provision right there that you showed me is the only thing that's causing any kind of concern for me.
Yeah.
And they're on the phone with FPS, and we'll get it figured out and we'll get out of here.
I appreciate that, Corporal. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys receive constitutional training?
I mean, yeah, when we go through the police academy and then they go over, it's in our legal block, yeah, and then they also do refresher training. We get refresher training on, you know, what do you call it? Obviously, like, you know, First Amendment audits, stuff like that. There's all kinds of intelligence and stuff like that. So.
I guess I was on the phone with their supervisor. What he was saying, he said that penal code and all that stuff at the bottom, because he read it off to me the same thing. The one at the bottom of the posted sign is what, I guess, allows them to make that unless you have specific, like you have a specific authorization or okay for management, something. Yeah, then nobody can film inside. But what he was saying is they can film outside all the way up to the door, just inside. And if it's addressed by security, then, you know, forewarned, they say, hey, you gotta leave.
Just to be clear, you were talking to her supervisor and not FPS?
I was talking to her supervisor, yes.
So not FPS?
No, because she couldn't.
Okay, well, you guys got to make a decision. I'm going back in there.
I said, call FPS. I'm not about to take someone to jail illegally and
Yeah.
trespass illegally.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to get arrested, so
No, absolutely.
let me
no,
just.
No. And
yeah.
we don't want to do anything unless it's what we're supposed to do.
And that's why we're here trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I appreciate that,
So,
man.
I mean, like I said, I appreciate the paperwork. It actually helps to a degree, but part of the problem is
Karen in there. Yeah.
we're dealing with, I'll say, local figures and not FPS who we need to be talking to, because they could probably tell us, as you said, hey, yeah, he's good to go, or no, he can't, it's under this code, whatever it is. So, can she give us a number to FPS or anything?
I'll see if she can, so we can try to get them on the phone.
Yeah,
Because we tried, she was explaining the way they do it, with calling their main center and some other things. But
I get it.
So we get that, yeah, so I'm
I
gonna try.
get it.
Yeah, I want to get out of
Yeah, say it.
We're not.
What was the specific call?
What do you mean?
Why were you guys called here?
I can show it to you if you like.
Well, you can just give me the gist of it, and I mean, I'm happy to walk over there and record it, but
Came in as a trespasser call from some, they called and said there's somebody here at the Social Security office, they wanted trespassed, that you were in there videotaping, video recording, and that they had asked you to leave. And you I guess, refused to leave, said white male, dark shirt, white pants. So very vague description. When I walked in, she said, oh yeah, he's over there, he's still recording. I asked her if she seemed to cause any kind of ruckus, any kind of disturbance, anything like that. She said, no, so it's pretty much just been in here videotaping. And so, do you have anything posted? She pointed to the side, right when you walked in.
yeah, and I saw it when I came in. I didn't actually notice if there was a penal code on the bottom of it, but
That I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, what's going on? Like I said, we go to calls all the
yeah,
time.
no, I get it,
Somebody
man.
says,
I get it.
hey, here's what we got. And our policy says they can't do this, or they can't wear this, or whatever. It's like, all right, so what do you want us to do? Enforce a dress code or something? Like if it's a school, we typically leave that up to the school. And if the school has an issue with something, we're like, hey, do you want this parent or whatever trespass? Understanding their kid goes here, so they're gonna have to come back. Well, and then once you explain it to most people, then they're kind of like, yeah, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, you guys might think that I'm not a reasonable person, but I am a reasonable person. I think this is my civic duty.
Absolutely. Hey, you've been courteous, you've been polite. I got nothing against you.
Well, I appreciate you thinking that I've been polite, even though I think that I might have been a little abrasive in the beginning. But
like I said, stand up for your beliefs, stand up for your rights. I'm good with it. And I think everybody here is probably, as far as we're concerned, we're on board. It's just understand we got a job to do. We're trying to provide the best service that we can to everybody. If there's something we have to issue or do, so be it. If there's something we're like, no, you guys, it's good to go, then we'll say adios and get out of everybody's hair and let them go back to their business.
no.
Hello. Sir, you don't have to, obviously, I'm sure you know that, but I gotta ask, would you be willing to give us your name and all that for a report? I gotta ask. You're not required to.
I'd prefer to remain anonymous.
Fair enough.
I appreciate that.
I got you, no problem. Don't take this wrong, it's kind of what
No,
I think.
I
But
get it,
we
man.
still gotta ask.
Yeah.
'cause
I'd be the worst one out here if I just spit out my name after you said that.
I appreciate that, I do.
And I get where you're coming from on that too. So.
Look, break it up.
5 Alpha 717.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so, is your first
it's gonna be an alley call. Right.
So, I guess you're out here.
So just so we're perfectly clear on our understanding of each other, you we are in agreement that this is, it says except where security regulations, orders and stuff like that in the penal code.
I'm agreeing that it says that, and that we disagree on
The jurisdiction is your question.
Well, jurisdiction is a secondary question.
Okay.
Them asserting that they're the security person, and they're asserting that they are, the security for this building.
Right.
When they're not.
Right. So it's kind of one and the same. Like you're thinking that FPS should be.
Yeah, FPS needs to make the
Right.
call on this.
Right. Rather than security personnel inside.
Correct.
Okay.
And then secondarily, I mean, there is a jurisdiction
Right.
issue here, and you should be aware of it.
Right. Okay. That's I thought we were at that understanding. I just wanted to make absolutely sure for me. Like I want to make sure we were.
No, you've been great, man. I appreciate it.
You got a job to do, and so do you.
Yeah. What got you into law enforcement?
Well, so I have family in law enforcement.
Sir, he's got FPS on the phone right now, and they're saying you can record the entrance, you can record outside the house. So if you want to come hear this and record,
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
he can't
sure.
record, he can't go over here because of reception. So I'm just offering that opportunity.
I'm probably about 20, 30 minutes away. Does the management there want to trespass them at all?
As far as it goes, yes.
They do? Okay.
That's where we're at.
Okay, so...
Did I break the law?
So I guess the trespass... I haven't talked to the officer yet.
Can you trespass me from public property without me breaking the law?
If he's still there, by the time I get there, then I'll look at...
Say that again?
You can trespass from
comply with signs and directions.
when they're in violation of city
And
ordinance.
also...
Would you say that's breaking the law then? Violating the city ordinance?
Potentially, yes, it is.
Okay. I'm not breaking any city ordinance
See,
there.
here's the thing, we get calls from businesses all the time.
That's different. Private, public.
If you guys...
I mean, there's a...
That's where we get FPS on the phone.
Yeah, no, I'm all about it.
Just whatever...
I can't stay for 30 minutes
there.
there.
By the time I get there, I'll look at those things, depending on what the... But I can, even if he's gone, I can still sign with that stuff and mail it to him.
Yeah.
If I need to.
It's an operational readiness order. I mean...
Okay. All right. Could I just get a name from you so I know who I'm speaking to?
Yeah. First name is this your cell phone number?
Yes.
Okay. I'll text you my name and badge number, and if you could do the same, that'd be great.
Okay. Thank you.
What's your name, just for the record?
20 minutes. Let me see. I'm 15 minutes out now, so I might see you guys when I get there.
Okay. Just give me 1 second.
Because I know your reception is funky with the...
I know you already spoke about it again. I'm sorry. It was on one part. Could you just repeat to me the section about recording inside and outside? The section about the recording. What makes it a problem and everything like that, and what you got?
Yeah, so they can record anything available to the public. However, once they go inside the facility, based on the sensitive nature the customers are discussing with the Social Security Administration, they exchanging Social Security card numbers and all that, personal information, medical information. So they're prohibited from recording inside, and there's signs posted that say that. So once the signs are posted and he was given actual notice by our protective security officer, once I get there, I'll look at failure to comply with signs and regulations, and then also failure to obey a lawful order by a federal authority, being the guard.
Okay.
And what was your name and identification number for the record?
I'm sorry?
You're gonna text us you're gonna text us your name and everything like that so I can get it?
Yeah, I'll text it over. So I'm Inspector Fareez Mohammed with the Protective Service.
Do you have an ID number?
Yep, 1549.
Thank you.
I'll text it to this number as well, and if you could do the same report.
Oh.
And then whatever you guys end up doing, if you guys end up trespassing him, that'd be great. If that's, what the management wants there.
Okay.
Ask
All
him
right,
if you have
sir.
jurisdiction.
I'm sorry?
Does DeLand Police Department have jurisdiction on federal property? I just, for the trespass,
Hello?
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 Hello, sir?
Yes, I'm sorry, who was that was speaking?
So we're out here now. We're talking with him. We're just figuring out with jurisdictional stuff as far as it goes with trespassing.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up. Was he the one asking if the police department has jurisdiction?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yep. Was he the one asking if the police department has jurisdiction?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys probably already know this, but yeah, that falls under proprietary jurisdiction, and local law enforcement has primary jurisdiction there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but I'm about 15 minutes out, 12 minutes
I
out
won't
now,
be
so
here.
I might see you guys by the time I get there.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks, sir.
No problem. Thank you. Yep.
So you heard what
I heard him.
FPS
Yeah. What you guys gonna do?
gentleman said, and he said for us to issue you a trespass warning for said building,
Okay.
said property, I should say, not just the building, but property, which
Yeah.
means parking lot and everything else.
Yeah. You guys gonna? So are you asking me to leave?
Yeah. So
So under threat of arrest.
if you fail to leave, you could face, yes. that's-
I need to be, I need to be real specific. I can't have maybes and wilbies.
No, I hear you. But that's what I'm saying. If we go to a trespass call and somebody doesn't leave said property, then yes, that is the only other alternative.
Can I take a picture of the sign in the foyer that's supposed to have a CFR under it?
I don't have Brent. He even said that's okay.
Okay. Thank you. Pardon me, miss. Yeah, there's no CFR on the bottom of it, man. That's for them. That's them. This is about them protecting information. They're responsible for protecting the information of everybody in this office. If they leave social security numbers out, that's on them.
What about right there? Is that what you're looking for?
I'm looking for anything that'll get me there. So
Title
maybe
41
maybe
U.S.
it will.
Code, Section 102, 7420.
7420, 41, 101, 20.
Yeah, you're right. That one is the area subject to video surveillance recording. That's in.
Yeah, no, I'll look. I'll do. Yeah, I thought I did my due diligence, but
Right.
I'll absolutely research
Look at that
and-
section.
Yeah,
Look
I
at that
will.
section because it specifically says if it's prohibited by security protocol at the location just read that section, man.
Yeah, no, I will.
Look that up.
Believe I'm not out here acting a fool. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. And there was another section in there where it said, it prohibits you from causing a disturbance, preventing people from using the facility, which you're not doing. You're not doing any of that. Our concern is just that U.S. code. Underneath that, you can't record in here, and the part in the paperwork that you
Gotcha.
gave me that says, except as whatever by
prohibited by
the
force
security
personnel.
whatever. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, it's been a long day,
No,
man.
you're good. You're
but,
good, man.
Except as we're prohibited by security whatever, then it's against their regulations.
Okay.
But it doesn't say anything about the outside.
Well, yeah, I've just been trespassed from the outside.
Right.
So
So if you could
leave. All right. I'm just going to be clear with the lieutenant. If I don't leave, I'll be arrested. If I stay on the property after trespass, I'll be arrested.
That's correct. Yes, sir.
All right.
That's correct.
Have a good day, gentlemen.
You too. Thank you. Be safe.
Yep. You too.